Hello and welcome back to Farm the Last Promises, 0% Crows. As you can see by the save screen, we are moving on to the finale. This is the final route map of the game, although it is technically defeat all bosses. Most of the stat boosters we got in the last chapter do not really matter as to who they go to, so I just ended up distributing them in a way to either boost reliability, or to ensure that the final kill is much easier. I also gave Risk some because I'm biased towards him. I am also biased towards Lion, however, he is actually going to be useful in these next couple of maps. So he gets some rings, secret book, energy ring, speed ring, and he gets the Phosphora from Rachel. Shadow also uses some energy books, as does Rana, or secret books rather, and he also uses 3 speed wings, which would allow him to double the hardest enemy in this map that is going on right now, because he needs to get a silencer, but his odds are not super high. It just makes it so he has 2 chances. You might notice that we've deployed Sia. There's no particular reason. We needed someone to bait Berserk, and I just thought Sia would be a funny way of doing it. Anyway, Viola, the easiest one of the senators to take care of. Risk could do it with 1 Silver Sword hit and crit. Liam does it with 23 strength and Phosphora. You could also do it with 22 strength. I just let all the boss conversations play out because we missed a lot of the story. And this is the finale. Every single fight that is left is going to have animations on. I hesitated a little bit because I did all of these maps in one shot because they're not very long. This map is 3 turns, the next one is 1 turn, and then the final map is 2 turns. Everybody has their own boss to take care of. Alice and Ron are moving towards 2 bosses that they're best suited for taking out. Alice uses Pure Water to make sure that she doesn't have any chance of getting berserked or killed with a crit. Again, even though I did rig it so that everything did happen right, I wanted to improve reliability as much as possible. Now, there's some really funny dialogue here. Apollo here, who has Meteor, and he also has Elfire, he mentions that, in his death quote, he mentions that this is the power that defeated Galagar, which is ironic, considering it's Shadow that killed him. Vana is heading towards a boss, the only unpromoted member of the Senate named Neros, who has the Munio term, which grants plus 20 res, plus 20 defense, and plus 20 luck. This is Marion. He's the easiest member of the Senate, technically. Kellic, if he got a speed wing, would be able to 1v1 him with a Pure Water. There are a lot of deployment slots that did not end up getting used, simply because it means that there's much less that can happen. So there's some less targets for Sia to go for when she's berserked, etc. In Preps, Anakin got the boots that this strat was possible. Originally, Shadow needed a 1-use killing edge, so that Luis would target him instead of Liam, because he actually can take the hit where Liam can't, and also Shadow can kill. But he doesn't end up needing it, because Liam, with the Dancer Mannequin, can actually go further than he used to be able to. 1 RN is burned so that Alice is able to get this kill. Alice needs cap strength for what she does in the final map, although she doesn't need it here. She could have taken the stat boosters that went to Risk, minus the energy ring, maybe the secret book, and she would have had much better odds of getting that kill. Emma is left there simply because she takes no damage, so therefore cannot be killed if Sia manages to get a crit. Shadow's dropped off by the boss, Luis, I don't know how it's pronounced. Maybe Louis. And some Orens are burnt, and by some, I mean 1, allowing Rana to double Neros with Solstice to negate his very high res. I believe Neros has an effective 28 res or something. I forget exactly how high it is, but it's decently high. In Growth, this map is completed in 2 turns because you have a capped out Emma with a Meteor Tome, critting Luis once, and then hitting him again normally once. However, we can't do that, so we have to make up for that with a silencer. And the fastest we can get to the throne isn't 3 turns, regardless of what you do, due to no warp staff or rescue staff. Howard, a little bit of trivia, Howard cannot be brought into this map because he refuses to fight against the King of Magnus, which is a nice little attention to detail. If Sean was still down there and he had Sylvan's Whip, he would actually be one-runed by CA. Exactly, which is why he got the Speed Wing, but that never ended up mattering. You might recognize this song. Beto has just enough bulk to survive a hit from Lewis, and that's why he got all the bulk boosters that he did. The next map, I'll talk about it now, it's very funny. I just one-turn it. You're supposed to have Kellic defeat his brother in a duel. However, thankfully, we can afford to lose that duel, and by we can afford, I mean we can lose the duel and still progress. Which is cool, because we would have to cap out his strength nearly, and give him very good skill so he has some level of crit against Leon, alongside hitting a very low % hit because the Onigiri would have to be used. There's a little bit of voice acting there. I'm sorry I spoke over it. This was not intentional, but it's really funny. Kellic gets crit by Leon. And then we skip this cutscene. This is one of the secrets that we wouldn't be able to get, just like Gallagher's secret. In this map, we undeploy Melion, Haas, Leopold, Liquid. We get a lot of deployment slots here. We only need 5 of them. I forgot to give the amulet to Gary, but that's whatever. You might have noticed that Gary is a cleave axe. This is very important. This map is locked to 2 turns because we do not have the ability to get boots on the Pegasus trio. If we did, then this map could be done in 1 turn. We have to burn 33 RNs here, because Gary needs to hit a 26% cleave axe hit on Siegfried. I never thought that Siegfried was actually going to be a roadblock to this run, because I knew that, worst case scenario, I could always hit him with a cleave axe twice, because Gary would have hit on him. I thought Liam still had the amulet, but no, it's on Shadow. And I knew that Alice would be strong enough with the triangle attack to do significant damage to Siegfried. Worst case scenario, I'd just have to use a recover with Emma, or Arthur, or Rana, if I ended up promoting Arthur. I decided to let the boss combos play out because you're only going to get to see 3 of them. There's a reason Liam took so many energy rings, because Risk could have taken on Viola, but giving him 2 energy rings, or 3 across the entirety of the playthrough, allows him to, well, 1 run Viola, and 2, he needed an extra energy ring to do what he does on this map. The Pegasus sisters line up so they can triangle attack Siegfried. Liren still has an Emblem Lance. She can't do any damage, sadly, otherwise I would absolutely let her get the kill. After we defeat Siegfried, we'll watch the credits, and I'll answer some questions that I have about the run, as well as giving my thoughts on it. And by some questions I have, I mean, I was asked one by an IRL, and then none were left in the comments of the last video, which is fine. Anyway, Liam didn't technically need both energy rings. I burned 9 more RNs here. And then I thought long and hard about who to give this kill to. There were only a couple of units who could have gotten it. Risk, Liam, and Rana. Or Alice and Gary could have as well, but Liam, I like his boss combo. And then that's that.
Can finally join
That's from the last promise. 0% growth cleared, and I actually don't know how many turns. I have not watched the credits yet. Because of that, I do not know who has the most kills, or whatever. I'll leave you the credits for a second because I have to go check something and would rather not pause the recording. My voice sounds a little tight or choked up during this. It's because I never expected to actually come this far. There were a lot of times where I wanted to give up on the run, but I didn't, obviously. Because the run got really annoying at some parts, to the point where I wasn't sure if I would be able to continue doing it, or if I should just leave my notes in the route that is currently here to someone else who is more qualified to take it over. Aside from draft LTCs, this is my first LTC that I've ever attempted to do. In a 0% growth run of a hack that, as far as I'm aware, has never been completed and documented as being done in 0% growths. Has it been done before? Maybe. I don't know. I looked for it multiple times. I know there's an actual LTC for it, courtesy of Crash, who in between the last video and this one I have spoken to. And I would like to thank him for watching over part of the run. Before I get to the questions, I would also like to say thank you to a couple of people. I would like to thank all of my friends who helped me out during the production of the series, including LG for helping me with commentary and recording, alongside providing me with ideas for thumbnails, and also just several thumbnails himself. I'd like to thank my friend Dell for helping me with some strategies and helping me commentate Chapter 5, alongside helping me find a strategy for that. I'd like to thank all of my friends who allowed me to actually talk about the game, whether or not they liked it or not. I don't know if he knows about this game, but I would like to thank Mecha for making The Last Promise a mainstream thing again, bringing attention to the hack again. There are a lot of things that I believe The Last Promise does right, even if map design is occasionally not one of them. Unit balance, it does well. Music, it does well. The writing is kind of iffy, I'll admit, but some of the characters are quite likable. I don't know what I'll be doing next after this. Taking a break from this type of content, absolutely. But in the future I would like to do another LTC maybe. Maybe of a hack. Not 0%, but I would like to return and do 100% growths of another hack. Maybe Order of the Crimson Arm, because I don't know if that's been done in LTC. I know in my own time I'm going to be tackling Crash's hack of 4 Kings. I could do, I don't know, I would say Project M 0%, but god no. It's been done before, even if I can't find a recording of it. I would say Sun God's Wrath 100%, but that's a game I both don't like and don't really want to invest that much time into working out, so we'll see. There are absolutely points where this LTC can be improved. Chapter 5 could have been done in 4 or 5 turns, I forget, but it was so unreliable, and I forgot how to do the strategy, so I had to go with a more reliable strategy. Prologue probably could have been done faster, even with the restriction of Sean soloing it. Prologue 2 could have been done faster, Sean's test, but I didn't feel like rigging a low % crit because that felt too unreliable for me. I didn't want to do that unless it was absolutely necessary to clear a map, For instance, Shadow's Silencer, or Gary's Cleavax in the final chapter. There were several points where I was considering dropping the LTC part, which originally wasn't part of the playthrough. Chapter 2 also probably could have been done faster. There were absolutely several points where I wasn't sure if I should continue doing this as an LTC, but it's something that, as far as I know, again, has not been done before. And I do like I would say prestige, but there isn't really much prestige to it. That's not why I did it. I wanted to both prove it was possible and get a starting route out there, because if anyone is interested in doing a run of this game in 0%, I'm worried about your mental health, but it'd be nice if you had something to look at. Could this be improved? Yes, there are a lot of map grids where it can be improved. Chapter 19, Chapter 20, most of the indoor maps. This is my first LTC, so I don't really know how to do things like Don Don's coined 3-step shuffle or the Paladin Scooch. I didn't look over a lot of LTCs through this run. Were there some maps that were turn forward that I could have done faster? Yeah, but I valued reliability. I do value reliability a lot, even if it doesn't look like it. There were lengths that I was and was not willing to go to in order to save a turn. In Final, hitting Gary's Cleavax, sure, whatever, that's the least reliable part of the map. In Chapter 27, hitting Shadow Silencer, again, least reliable part of the map. But there were some points where, I could have done Chapter 20 one turn faster maybe if Karina got like a 1% Silverlance crit on an enemy, mid-enemy phase, and also had to dodge an attack. I wasn't going to spend my time looking for an RNG seed that did that. It wouldn't have been worth my time, because even if it would have saved a turn, would it have been worth my time and my sanity finding a seed that would help that? Because, keep in mind, I found everything in this game without using an LUA script, because until Chapter 25, I simply forgot they existed. And at that point, I was too far. Chapter 25 is also a map that could be improved. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be doing after this. Well, watching the epilogue, but I don't know what my next project is going to be, as I said that. But I do know I probably will actually do some streaming like I said I would. It's been a while, but I would be willing to do so. Also, a funny thing here is that Rachel and Frederick in the cutscene, their text boxes got confused with each other in the code. If I remembered how long the credits were, I would have pre-recorded and skipped this, but it's nice, even if you never got to see Frederick and Rachel. I think it's time that I actually talk about the project itself, and more so, like, what my thoughts on it in general were. It was fun. Despite the fact that there were times where I did not like it, most of the maps were easy. Most of them were fun to figure out. Some of them weren't, but after them I would have been able to gotten to more fun parts of the game, like Chapter 25 was awful, but Chapter 26, when I actually figured out how to do it, was really fun to make work. Chapter 17 was a pain, but then I got Liam, who carried the run, until I got Howard, who carried the run, until I got Leopold and Alice, who carried the run. I don't know what my favorite unit in this run would have been. Liam or Alice, probably. They are probably the most important units. Since there were some things that I never did bring up, yes, my hatred of Sia's unit performance is absolutely exaggerated. In a Groats run, she isn't actually as terrible as I made her out to be. And yes, there was no particular reason why I used her in this map, in this video, instead of someone like Itsuki or Kevin or Ace or Rex. And considering, and actually that's someone else to mention, Rex. He was fun to use. Nobody ever really uses him, so I thought, even if I could have just given him a pure water and he could have done what he did in Chapter 19, it would have been more fun to promote him because the money didn't matter. I'm sorry I don't have much to talk about because these credits are long. And I do actually want to get to the unit records. So, I'm just trying to fill the time. I will probably leave a timestamp in the description as to when the unit records actually do start, so you can skip all this rambling. However, if you watched it all, thank you. One of my bigger disappointments with the run is that I wasn't able to get all of my quote-unquote carry units to cap their level. Howard, Leopold, and Liam I wanted to cap their level. Liam's experience gain is slightly bugged, however, so that wasn't that realistic. Although both Leopold and Howard were at least level 18 by the time that this video started. However, there was no way I could have gotten Leopold to cap his level, because his offense had started falling off. If I gave him more time in the arena in Chapter 23X, he maybe could have. I will say that, even though this has sort of soured my idea of what The Last Promises is a game in some units, it is definitely a game that I will actually want to give a normal playthrough of at some point. I might end up streaming it. If I do, I will make a video saying that, because even though I don't really want to be known as the TLP guy, it is still a game that I did enjoy playing. I will leave unit records as well, like the actual kill count and whatnot, in the description as well. This is one nice last little moment between the casts. I have to say that this playthrough has given me a much more positive light on Anakin, Kellic, and Sean as a trio. Even if Kellic is kind of a jerk, he is deep down someone who cares about people. Even though he is Blazer's self-insert. Although this scene does get a lot funnier in 0% Growths. With all the talk of getting stronger, considering they can't do that. And now time for the actual credits. Why there are two versions of the Legend of Mercenaries, I don't know. I will still include it in the turn count, because if I recall correctly, Crashed it as well. "233 turns isn't that bad, I don't believe. The unit records go in reverse chronological order, starting with Rachel, ending with Anakin. I don't have much left to say, so I will leave you with the unit records. And, as always, thank you for watching. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, but I hope you'll tune in to see it. This project was a wild ride. At the start of it, I didn't even know how to start recording in a VBA. With VBA, rather. I didn't know how to record audio, or set up a microphone, or anything to do with anything relating to video recording. I didn't really know how to upload on YouTube, as stupid as that sounds. I didn't know much about any of this, and I still don't, but it's given me some ideas on how to do it. Some stats would be difficult for me to calculate, like Liquid obviously fought more than 0 battles. I don't know how many wins he actually got. He might be up there, he might not be. The same is true for Liam, actually. However, I am not willing to go through and count all of Liam's victories. I'm fairly sure that he is high up there, if not number 1. But I'm not going to go across the videos and count them all out. If someone else wants to, be my guest. And do let me know. This may end up being the longest video in the series. And that's okay. This project is 10 months in the making. And it's finally over. I know I said I would be quiet, but there's still a lot of thoughts I have on this project, so excuse me. It was never something I expected to take this long, or actually seriously put so much time and effort into it. The 12 hours or so that you saw on the file load screen, or however long it was, it's probably close to that's probably closer to an eighth of the time I actually spent working on this run. I started this run at the end of summer last year, and now it's almost been a full year. 10 days from when this has been recorded, July 21st, 2022. It would have been a full year since the start of this project, which is incredible. It's taken up so much of my time, and I'm glad it's over. But not because it means I'm finally done with the game, but because it means that I've actually done something. Despite the fact that it took ages. I'm not going to make this a big deal of being like, oh, I'm the first and only person to have done this, because I don't know if I am. But if you have watched this far, or come here just to watch the unit records, I would appreciate it if you could share this video with people you think might be interested. I'm not gonna ask you to plug it anywhere you see fit, because I wouldn't do that. But I would highly, highly appreciate it if you would retweet a tweet that I make about it, or drop a link and be like, hey, if you like The Last Promise, a 0% growth run has been done of it. I don't really want to become that popular on here. I did this because it was fun. Any popularity I may or may not end up getting from this is welcome, but obviously not necessary. If you subscribe to this channel because of this run, thank you. There may be a few bonus videos coming out for this, although they're probably going to be a while away. There were some maps that I had a lot of fun doing, and some that I didn't have that much fun doing. The ones that I had help with from friends, like Chapter 16, were a lot of fun. the maps where I commentated with LG before he got back into college were a lot of fun. And I did enjoy the process of making this. If you have any questions about this run, if you want my notes for this run, anything, for whatever reason, let me know. I'd be more than happy to share them. As I said, I wanted this run to be a baseline for any future runs. I shouldn't say any future runs. You shouldn't try to copy this run. Not in its entirety, at least. Because it's not the best. There are absolutely spots where it can be improved, and that's okay. I look forward to watching this improve if it gets done again. Yeah, the unit credits are almost over. So, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming across this wild ride with me. This series has been one incredible journey, and I can't thank you enough if you've watched this entire thing. If you have any ideas of what you might think, if any ideas of things you might think that I would be interested in doing next, you can leave a comment. You don't have to. But it would be nice. I do genuinely enjoy people telling me that, like, hey, they liked the video, or hey, they think I'd like this, because recommendations do help me. Shoutouts do help me. Kind words do help me. But yeah, all that's really left is Anakin's ending, and then that's it. Until the bonus videos go live, God knows when, I'll be signing off. So, if you watched this entire video, if you watched this entire series, thank you. That was the last group of people I wanted to thank for this run. I already said I want to thank Mecha, Crash for giving me a baseline run, LG for everything he helped me do, Dell for everything he helped me do, and my other friends who helped me throughout the run, helped me keep sane. But I also want to thank you, the viewer, because without you, I would not have put this series out. So, thank you, truly. Anyone who's consistently watched this is the reason that I finished this. Even if there were only 1 or 2 views on these videos, it's been nice to know that someone has actually been interested in it besides me. Anyway. That's all I have to say, so until next time, take it easy, you hear?